With the 16th pick, the Soo Greyhounds are proud to select from the North York Rangers center Christopher Brown.
I think with Christopher, you see a lot of players that can play center at the U16 level that can't make the jump. Maybe they're just, an elite player at a young age and they kind of cap out or whatever it might be. But I think in Christopher's case, you see the creativity, you see the high skill set, you see the elusiveness, the ability to find teammates and carry offense. And I think for us, it was just kind of, a player that as we project him moving forward is going to put up a lot of points. He's going to be a true centerman. He's just going to be someone that fits into how we like our center to play, supporting low with that creativity. And I think for us, as the day kind of went on and we got to that 16th pick, we were real excited to add him in because I think he's going to be a great fit for us. And more importantly, we're going to be a good fit for him as well in terms of his development.
Chosen back-to-back here, the Vaughan Kings checking in, and it is goaltender Landon Miller chosen by the Soo Greyhounds.
As we got to that 42nd pick, there was a couple goaltenders that went. We had Landon ranked very high on our board in terms of goaltenders, and I think when you kind of watched his year, obviously right away the size, the athletic ability pops out to you, the ability to make those saves that a lot of goalies his age aren't able to make just because of those raw tools, I think is initially what jumped out. But as you kind of keyed into him and really watched him closely, you see that composure, you see that kind of laid back personality, but that ability to really read play, which I think is tough on goaltenders. I think sometimes when they're a little bit of a bigger kid kind of growing up, they get too used to relying on their size. And I think Landon's got that perfect mix of raw attributes, but at the same time, he can add some power to his game. And he has that perfect personality for a goaltender. And I think that's something that you need, that mindset to be an elite goaltender. I think that's a key factor with it. And when you combine that with those raw tools, I think we got a real exciting future in net in Landon.
The Soo Greyhounds have made a selection, and out of the London Junior Knights, Brody McConnell-Barker.
Yeah, I think Brody definitely has a different personality than his brother, but equally driven. I think he was somebody that moved to the blue line this year. He was a forward kind of the last couple of years, and you could see that, how deadly he was in transition. He had great feet, great mobility. He was able to be that fourth man on an attack, which I think is a lot of how we create a lot of our offense in terms of coming through the back end on that side of things. So I think, when you combine that with his vision with the puck, I see somebody that has a lot of good tools for us in terms of what we look for in a defenseman. And I think as soon as he gets comfortable in that defending and, getting used to, different things as he elevates his game to the junior level, which is going to take some time because, it's his first year playing on the back end. I just think we were excited when he was there at that point.
And Alex Kozlov out of the Markham Majors, Anthony, a right winger chosen by the Soo Greyhounds.
Yeah, I think with Alex, he's a player that's taken great strides in a short amount of time. Like he's kind of come up from AA in the last couple of years. And I think, seeing him on that Markham team, he was just such a competitor night in and night out. And when you saw him kind of below the dots in terms of that nastiness streak in his game, he wants the puck, he wants to, be in the crease, banging those ugly goals. And I think it's something that when you're kind of looking at players and where you can kind of project, he still has I don't think he's gotten close to where his ceiling is going to be. And I think as you can kind of combine that with that motor inside of him, as we like to refer to it, it's hard to teach kids to have that motor and that compete. I think with Matthew, he's somebody that's going to continue to push this group, but at the same time, he's got a high ceiling on himself as well, and he's somebody that's going to continue to drive play from our own zone, and somebody that can be deadly for us in all three zones, whether that's through transitions with the neutral zone, defending tough in our own zone, being a leader, slowing things down, adding to our offensive game. I think it's someone that we're going to be excited about here down the road. Yeah, I think with Tate, he was somebody that, had a great year on a team where he was kind of doing a lot of the work early on. And he kind of, whether it was the physicality, putting up offensive numbers, penalty kill, he was all in all types of situations, obviously a leader on that team. And I think he's somebody that, as that year progressed, he just kind of took on more of a role. And I think he was somebody that we're excited about, see where he's going to grow to, because as we kind of, the theme goes with a lot of our guys, you want to see that motor, you want to see that high skill, you want to see that brain on top of it. But at the same time, he brings some good size to his game, and he's somebody that you hope that can push for a spot, and somebody that is going to be a fun group to work with too, because he's quite the character in terms of getting to know him over the last little bit. He's driven, he wants to be a player, and I think that's key components in terms of players when you're looking at the draft board.